Okay, hey everybody, this is going to be another episode of, you guessed it,
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July weekend. Or not weekend, but holiday, because 4th of July was in basically the middle of the week. But anyways, today's video is going to be no different than the other videos that I had, past few videos or whatever, 5, 6, 7, I don't know how many it's been already. Starting to get old, starting to get really old, really quick. And in this video here is going to be no different. This will be the last of the Chibsons, yay. So if you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed watching the Chibsons videos, cool, that's great. This is going to be the last one though. If you're kind of getting butthurt about the Chibsons, there will be a form at the end of the video that you could fill out and turn in. Now, anyways, back to what I wanted to show you. Oh, and by the way, if you're kind of wondering who that person was at the beginning of the video, that was Lance Moss. Lance Moss TV. Go ahead and check him out. He's on YouTube. He's on Facebook. Subscribe, and hopefully you enjoy. So there's my little shout out. All right, so here is the last of the last. And I don't have much to say good about it. This came from the same factory that the gold top came from. And was I expecting the same quality as the gold top? Yes, I was. Was I expecting anything better? I was maybe hoping so, but that wasn't going to happen. Now, the photo that is on eBay of this guitar in particular, same thing with the gold top, that came from this seller, showed a perfect guitar. Go figure, right? They want to sell these things, and they want to show you the best picture that they could possibly put up with. Now, first thing I noticed when I opened this thing up was this seam between the, now this is a flame maple veneer, obviously. This seam over here is not butted up completely against each other. You can kind of see a little bit of a gap between there. Now, not so much of a big deal, but Now, another thing is, I don't know if you can see that or not, there's glue here, glue right there, and there's a bunch of other spots that go around the body where it, especially by the binding, where there's a lot of glue showing up. And there's glue showing up around the edge over here in different spots. There's glue showing up over here through here, and you don't see any glue anyplace else though. That's the one thing about this one. Also, this is the wrong color. Now, the color that is shown on the photo, and again, their photo of this guitar is like, I don't even think it's the same guitar. All right, their photo shows a little bit of green mixed in here as it fades out, and there isn't. This is all blue. This is all blue. It fades into the gray. Okay, fine. They match the headstock the same way, which is fine, but this is not as advertised. Now, this is supposed to be a mahogany body and a mahogany neck. Now, that neck doesn't look like it's mahogany to me, and it looks more like a maple neck. But the piece right here, all right, it looks more close to mahogany than the fucking neck does. And it has a scarf joint. The heel joint on here is, I mean, it's not bad. It's not cracking or anything else. There's no cracks around the pocket. Again, they did a pretty good job with this binding on here. Not bad at all. It's got a maple neck, which I did notice on the neck, and I don't know if you could tell it or not, but the mother of pearl toilet seat, mother, whatever you want to call it, is more off to the upper side of the neck than it is to the lower side. Meaning these are not centered. Again, Chibson quality. Fake Grover tuners with the same information on the back of it as you would expect a Chibson to have. Veneer on the back. This is 4 pieces of wood that are glued together, and the veneer on the back hides it. Now, I do have to say, compared to the finish that is on the gold top, again, this is from that same factory, this finish here is a lot more smoother. It's been sanded really nice. You don't feel the waviness around the edges over here. It doesn't look like it's bubbled at all. And I mean bubble like they flooded the paint a lot, or the clear. Even the clear on the back looks really nice. The clear on the front looks really good. There's no dirt in the clear like the gold top was. Other than the glue, I probably would have let this little part over here slide. But seeing the glue on this thing, it really makes it look like shit. And also, these knobs are not in the correct place. They're a little bit too squished together, and yeah. They also stick up, the actual plastic knob sticks up really, really high. Now, as far as how this thing sounds, I have to say it doesn't sound too bad. And it almost makes me kind of wonder if there is Epiphone pickups in here instead of the cheap Chinese ones. So that I'll be looking into later on, but I'm not really going to be showing it because I'm sure you guys are pretty sick and tired of all these Chibsons that I've been doing, but I proved my point. My point that I want to basically do for myself is pick up a few Chibsons from the same factory and compare those Chibsons with the same Chibsons that came from that factory to see if how much of a difference there is as far as one Chibson from another, because you know there's more than one person that's building these, okay? And to see what type of quality they're going to be, all right? Finish, if the neck is on the way it's supposed to be, if it's crooked, if it's straight, if the strings line up correctly on each side of how the frets. I mean, just everything that you would normally see in a guitar. And I nitpicked it pretty good. I hope I did. And not only that, but pick another factory and get a couple of them from there, and then compare these with one from one factory to another. And this factory here sucks. All right, this factory actually here sucks. They kind of like cut corners with a lot of the shaping of the wood, like I noticed on the gold top, the headstock over here where it has the book thing, the open book on there. It's kind of like really shitty cut, a real shitty cut. This one here, like I said, if it wasn't for the glue, the binding and everything else looks pretty good. The back is pretty damn straight as far as not being real wavy or anything else, as you can see with the fluorescent light going through it. It actually looks nice. It actually does look nice. They put fake rover tuners on here, which that's to be expected. So, again, if these are bothering you and you feel like you got hurt in any formal way, there will be a form at the end of the video that you could fill out, and please turn it in. Now, as far as anything else goes, I'm done with these. Can't sell them, can't do anything with them. I've also found a lot of Chibsons, people calling them Chibsons on eBay. There's quite a few sellers on eBay that are selling these things and calling them Chibsons and showing the headstock, showing every inch and whatever of the body, and selling them. Now, again, they're not priced as what you would see a Gibson would be, but looks like they're trying to get their money back. So all in all, as far as these go, I'm done, finished, kaput, and won't be doing any more as far as a buying of another Chibson again. Now, the reason why I didn't go through AliExpress and stuff, my account is set up in a way where it's protected to where I have to approve, basically call ahead and approve those charges with my bank in order to do a overseas charge or whatever. Going through eBay, I use PayPal. And with PayPal, if you get screwed or something, you're under PayPal's protection. Now, for the amount that these things are, I'm not really concerned or worried about it. I did let the seller know what I saw, what I found, and sent him pictures of it. And basically told him whatever you have on your advertisement on eBay is not correct with what you're shipping out. Now, I did find out that this seller here is also a middleman, which means that he is somebody who sits on the side. He orders these guitars from China, and they get shipped out to you from California. So they kind of bypass the whole New York thing as far as going through customs and stuff. So I guess that California's customs are a lot more lenient, whatever you want to call it, than what New York would be. And I can kind of see that. Again, these came through without having any type of shoe polish or anything on the headstock. So, and I've also seen that. Some of these videos that I've seen of certain, like, I don't know what you would call them, signature guitars that are Chibsons, had shoe polish over the headstock. And that would hide whatever it needed to hide as it went through customs. Alright, so that's it. No more Chibsons. No more, whatever. And if you are hurt in any way, like I said, here's the form. Now, feel free to fill that form out and turn it in, and we'll be on our way. So, now for the finale.
It is what it is. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. Me on SmashTVAgenda.com and on Facebook. Don't forget, everyone's going to go live on Smash TV and friends. I never know who's going to show up. And subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you next time. Shut up, phone. Bye.